Hey everybody, how you doing? So my name is Nils Jensen with Idaho Pulse and Boise Premier Real Estate. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about some information that I learned recently regarding new construction, the amount of inventory levels that we have, the demand in the area, and how that all translates into the pricing of homes that you might get either selling your house here in the area if you're looking to sell, or if you're looking to move into the area or you already live here and you're just looking to buy a house, how this affects you and how it's going to affect you in the near future. I want to go over historical data as far as the inventory levels, kind of show you when they go up, when they go down, why they did so. And so I want to go into all of that. So if that's interesting to you and you're kind of wondering, hey, what's new inventory coming out for new construction and how much inventory can we expect to see? If any of that interests you in the Treasure Valley, you make sure that you stick around to the end of the video because we're going to go into all of that. If you're looking to move into the Treasure Valley area, perhaps that's why you're watching this video, we have a free gift for you. We have a Boise relocation guide. It's about 100 pages, full color, beautiful pictures, giving you information on every area, kind of showing you what we have to offer and why people are moving here and why this place is so great. We also have a buyer's and seller's guide we can give you as well at the same time. Just leave us your information, follow the link in the description box, click it, and just give us your basic info and we'll send it off to you for free. And then also, if you are new to this channel or maybe you just haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll keep you updated on new videos that come out and keep you first in line to get updated when that happens. So anyways, let's get into that video. Let's talk about inventory levels. Let's talk about new construction and let's talk about why it's all happening and what it means to you. Let's get right into that video now. Okay, guys, so I learned something really recently at one of the meetings at my brokerage. One of the things that we focus on as real estate agents in the Valley is we kind of keep track of how much inventory there is. One thing that you may know if you are into business of any kind is supply and demand is one of the biggest things that keeps the price up high on anything, whether it's homes, whether it's products, whether it's services. And so with the housing market here in the Treasure Valley, we're seeing historic lows of inventory. The inventory levels here have always kind of been up in like the 2,000 home range in the Ada County. And that was before we had this influx of people. We had this influx of demand coming in. And so one thing we're seeing right now after the post-pandemic time is we're seeing inventory levels are always low. They're always on the low end. We did see a little bit of a spike at the end of last year simply because, first of all, the winter season typically always drives the demand lower and the inventory goes up a little bit in the winter. But we saw that preemptively happen in the middle of last year simply because the interest rates spiked. They went from like 3% all the way up to about 8% really fast, like in a month and a half or so, they jumped all the way up. And so what happened is the market just stalled, the market stopped, and everyone just was taking note of what's going on, seeing what's going to happen. Everyone pulled out of their plans. And so what we're seeing now is that the market's kind of correcting a little bit. The interest rates are coming down a little bit. They're stabilizing. They're at just above 6% on average. And so one thing we're noticing is, okay, so is new construction picking back up? We saw new construction kind of come to a stop. All these lots are empty around the area. They've been started, but they haven't had a house built, or there's a couple here and there. So we were kind of expecting that the new housing market would just explode, that these builders would just start pulling permits, but it's not the case. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the amount of permits that are being pulled for the new construction homes. A lot of people don't look at that kind of stuff or even think about it. And so one thing that we do as realtors is we keep track of that kind of stuff. So let's go over some of the historic data, first of all, for the inventory levels in our area and kind of give you a little bit of perspective on what normal is and how the trends have been every year. So let's get into that. Okay, so this graph is from a website called Fred Economic Data. And we're going to go all the way back to 2016 because this is kind of when the market really started to shift initially. We started seeing around 2015, 2016, 2017 that people started coming in here and we started seeing people move into this area. So in September 2016, I should say, we had 2,329 homes. That was kind of the top. And then it kind of went down a little bit. We kind of saw that after the holidays, it kind of fell a little bit. Then it went up a little bit and went down like it always does. The wintertime, again, went up, came back down. And then so we had the pandemic. So this red line here shows the pandemic here. And when that hit, it just went crazy. It was like a roller coaster straight down. So we got as low as 322 homes. And this data is just for Ada County. So But we saw 322 homes is the lowest point for Ada County, and that is absolutely crazy low. I mean, we have almost 3 times that many homes for sale in Boise City itself right now. So to have 322 in the entire Ada County is absolutely crazy. So then it kind of went up a little bit in the wintertime. Like I said, that's typically what happens in the wintertime. It goes up, the inventory levels come up, the demand goes down, pricing goes stagnant or goes down a little bit. And then we see it go down again. So this is before the interest rate went through the roof. Then right as the interest rate starts going up, you see that little bit of a climb, and then it just went through the roof, and we see the demand kind of go to zero. Inventory went up and up and up and up. People were still listing homes. No one's buying them. In the wintertime, we saw a little bit of a slow area here. And then starting in about December, January, we started seeing action pick up. And ever since then, it's just gotten better and better. Interest rates have kind of stabilized. And now we're seeing historically low inventory levels once again. So that graph just kind of gives you a little bit of perspective on kind of what the inventory levels have looked like, because people lose perspective. People see the craziness of the 2020, 2021 timeframe and think that that is a seller's market. And then what we're in now is a buyer's market. That's not even close to being accurate. We're still very, very much in a seller's market category. Anything less than 90 days on market is going to be considered more of a seller's market. And right now, if you looked at any of my most recent reports that I've done for the markets, we're seeing way less than 50 days on median days on markets. Some of them are as low as 20. So right now, we're still doing extremely well on that end. But why is that? Why is the inventory level so low? Why don't we have all these builders taking advantage of all of this? And we have all this open land that's already been allocated. Some of them even have signs outside with the name of the neighborhood. Some of them have model homes, but there's just not very many homes being built. So CBH Homes, if you're not familiar with them, they are the largest builder in the Treasure Valley area. So they do the most homes, they pull the most permits. So normally in a normal year in the recent past, we saw 2,000 permits being pulled by CBH Homes. Well, as of the beginning of March, they had only pulled 133 permits, which puts them way underneath where they should be as far as pulling permits for homes. What this is doing is it's keeping the market a little bit starved. It's keeping the inventory levels low, and it's kind of keeping the prices up high. It's keeping the demand up. So one thing that we noticed, and we're going to kind of go into the market report for the new construction homes and kind of show the permits for all the different builders. I'm going to show that in a second. But just to give you perspective, if you're keeping the pricing low, it's actually keeping the demand up. It's making your home sell a little faster, and it's allowing the builders to kind of pace themselves a little bit more and allow them not to allocate so much money in such a volatile market where they're not sure if the market's going to go up, the market's going to go down. It also keeps the pricing up a little bit for them, so they kind of have a little better understanding of what they can charge for the homes once they're built. So these are all reasons why we might be seeing that. And as a result, this is actually keeping the pre-built homes, the people that they're selling used homes, pre-owned homes, they're keeping the prices up high on those. If people can't buy new ones, they're going to look at pre-owned homes. So this is actually helping everybody in the valley keep the values of their home up a little bit. So let's look at some of the biggest builders in the valley and kind of see how many permits they've pulled for the year. So right now, looking at the area, we have CBH Homes. They pulled 133, as I said. We have the next biggest builder is Hayden Homes. They pulled 36 permits in the first 2 months, which is not a whole lot. BlackRock Homes pulled 20. Rockwell Homes pulled 17. Hubble Homes, you may have seen them. They're a fairly big builder. They've only pulled 11. And then we have a lot of other builders that have pulled single digits or zero sometimes as far as that goes. So this just shows you one of the reasons why the demand is staying high and the pricing is staying high is the new construction is just not happening. So I just thought this was interesting. We had a meeting at the brokerage recently and we kind of went over this data and we're kind of all talking about it, trying to see what this data means and kind of getting some ideas from some of the agents to kind of see what they've seen and what they've heard. And so I just wanted to pass it on to you guys. Thought it was interesting. So if you have any questions about this data, if anything in here didn't sit well with you, if you have any questions specifically, or if you're just looking to move into the area and you just have a question about either selling your house or buying your house, that kind of thing, let me know. I'm happy to help. So my email address is nils@idahopulse.com. The website's obviously idahopulse.com, and my phone number is 208-789-4200. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.